What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to episode 77 of Let's Build the U.S.S. Voyager tutorial. I'm Zero Elite, and I just want to thank you very much for tuning in today's episode. And if you haven't, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and helping me in supporting the channel. I can't thank you enough for that. Today we've got a 19-minute episode. We're going to be picking up right where we left off on the underside back end of Voyager. So without further ado, let's kick back, relax, we're going to dive right into this thing. Now, in the last episode that we did, 76, we ended up making this V on the underside thinner. There's a reason for that. There's a rhythm to my madness, I promise. One of the reasons we moved that over is so that this way we can fully accommodate the bracket, so we have the facade at least, so that when Voyager goes to warp, her pylons, they arch upwards. I want to be able to convey that as best as I can. So I'm just going to be adding in a row of half slabs on the underside, going all the way down. I want to see how that looks, because we might not even need to really do much for this. Really, I mean, you'd be surprised what you get out of adding a line or a little bit of definition. So you see I went back one with a cut line, and now I'm just going to bring this going all the way back, and I'm going to stop one with a cut line. Because what we can do here, we're going to do double up, do another row of half slabs, and then we can come back and we could even do some white concrete on the sides. And what will end up happening with that is that it's going to make this line pop even more, but without it being too much of a drastic color. This is why I do actually like using the variation between the white concrete and the quartz, because you can get that out of it. So I want to make sure I'm not deleting any of the lines from the V, and now we're going to go back on the other side. I should probably even bring that line all the way up. And the same thing here. And see? That's all you really got to do. And really what I should do to make life easy on me, I should move up and actually just get in front of the row that I want to delete, and then take all that off. Building upward at this angle sometimes causes me to end up deleting stuff like I did right there. But it's not a big deal because it's being covered up by the half slab, so that's why I didn't bother getting rid of it. But if you angle it right, it's not something you usually have to worry about. So we're going to bang this out, and then once we're done with the underside, we're going to pop over to the top side and get some more detailing done on this. And see, that looks great. That's really all that you need. It has it gives the impression that it folds, and that's all it needs to do. There's different ways to attack this. There really is. You can use half slabs for the gray and have it indenting inward. There's so many variations on things that you can do to achieve this, but the idea is still the same. Using a somewhat darker block and then a half slab block, so that this way that the somewhat darker block brings out those lines just a little bit more. I could even bring that line going all the way down if I wanted to, fully going around the dark gray. That wouldn't look bad at all. But that's not something I think I do. I think I just do it on the top and bottom, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a minute. This is crazy. Like, um, I was uh, getting a ton of work done on the Excelsior, um, and also the Enterprise A this weekend. And I posted a photo in the Discord, and I couldn't believe it. The last one I posted was like almost just over a year ago for the Excelsior. But there was that 6 month period where I didn't get any videos out because of work and everything. And then we've also just been focused on Voyager, so I wasn't really in that much of a rush to get it done. But now I've really got to move on because we're practically done with Voyager, and I don't know that we're going to have much of a gap. We might. I haven't decided yet. I might keep going with videos since I just recently came back. I don't know if I want to take another break, because if I take a break, it could end up being longer than I want it to be, and I don't really want to do that. So my plan so far is not to take one. Is just to go right into the Excelsior. What we got going on here, we're just stretching out our impulse engines. And yeah, I know mine are flat. They don't go at an angle like it's supposed to, but I think it looks, for Minecraft, I think this works. I tried them going at an angle and I wasn't feeling it. There we go. Now we're cooking. Want to make sure what we're adding matches what we had. Because that template worked. We're just going to stretch it out a little bit. So what we can end up doing out of that, we can either slightly move over our impulse engine if we wanted to, or we'll end up getting another extra red block out of it. Trying to have it go like at a kind of an angle there, but I don't know if that's if I'm feeling that too much. All right, we're not looking too bad. Before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Typically I just fast forward to this stuff, but with something as small as this, I'm just doing it right in the moment, and then we'll move on to the next step. It's been really fun working on Voyager. I hope, I know for a long time I had people ask me to do it, so I hope those of you that did ask me are not disappointed. I tried my best on this one, and I'm pretty happy with the end result. I don't think it came out bad. There's always areas to improve, and I'll be the first one to admit my Voyager is slightly sleeker than how she should be. At least in the neck, it should be a little bit more. It comes back a little bit more in the top, but that's my biggest critique. And my saucer's not perfect, but it's about as close as I can get to making it perfect for what I can do. Okay, we need some red concrete. Alright, cool beans. We got that there. So then we have a fourth strip. That looks pretty good. And you know, just like what we did with our bracket, we could do the same thing for the impulse engine for the underside of it, because I don't think I really did anything for it. And if I didn't, and we don't get a chance to do it by the end of this tutorial, that would be something to think about. You can apply that same method for the undercarriage I guess you could say, for the impulse engines. Oh, just a couple too far. There we go. Alright, now we're looking good. Now we're going to close all this in. I'm just going to do it in the white concrete. And then once we get that done, there's a long strip on top of the impulse engine. We're going to have to kind of move that over. Oh, so we are going to do it. That is awesome. Yeah, and like even the underside, we don't need to do a lot here. Just something to give the ship just a little bit more definition. And you can bring that down the whole length of what this is. That's not looking too bad. I definitely think the impulse engines look better being just a little bit wider. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright. We are rocking and rolling. We still got about 8 minutes left, so we've got some stuff to do. Now we're just going to clean up some of the detailing on the side of our impulse engines here. Now I want there to be a gap between this detail and the impulse engine. Unless that's the way it's supposed to be, I try not to have things too crowded on top of each other. It's good to have just a little bit of spacing. You want stuff to be able to breathe a little bit. Especially when we have the room for it. That looks pretty good. Now we're just going to clean up the bottom. Very nice. I like it. And now we're going to clean up the top side of the impulse engine. And we're not doing anything that's hard here. You know, all I'm getting ready to do is I'm just going to take this template and move it over by a block so it's in the middle. I think we move it over by one block. It's either one block or two. I'm pretty sure it's one. Alright, so I'm going to bring this gray over. I need to get some white concrete. Oh, no, we've got the quartz slabs. That's good. Alright. This is looking good. Before I get too heavy into it, we're going to pop over to the other side. We're going to repeat the same process. Alright, that looks pretty good. Same deal, same deal on the left side. We're just going to go with the half slabs going around or inside. Don't want to make sure to cover that red. We want to go one back, because what we're going to do is use the carpeting like we had before. Cover that up. Alright, so now we're just going to go along our cut with white concrete. We're just going to bang that out. I think I'm going to do is take off the back corners, this way it's not so spiky. And, well, not spiky, but blocky. That's what I meant to say. Alright. Just got to do the front. And what we're left with is 3 wide. So your middle is the middle block. We are looking good. I do think making the impulse engines longer, well, not longer, but wider, I feel like it does make a difference. They look much better now. Alright. We just got to close in the top. The front area here is just a little bit plain. I don't recall if there was anything up there though. I don't know. I'm going to have to check that out. But we'll see. If we do get a season 3, I mean, you might get a chance to do all that. Ooh, I like that arch in the middle. That looks good. I feel like that just kind of adds to it. Gives it more of that structured support that I was talking about earlier. Instead of having 2, you can just do 2 up top and then 1 and 1. Instead of 2, 2, 1. Because I felt like 2, 2, 1, that's too spaced out. That looks much better because that goes with the cut. That's something that we could do too right there, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about all that. Now it's starting to look like a house for some reason to me from the front. I might be able to make it work, but we'll see. We might end up going back to what we had here originally. But I'm at least going to try it out. One thing I don't like about is the sides the most. And then it kind of loses just a little bit of detail up top. I don't like how just that piece right here is just hanging off the sides. I like what I had a little bit more before. That kind of helps. I just got to figure out the sides now. I'm not feeling that gap one bit. That's not terrible. And you know, to each his own. Some of you might like this more, some might like it more the other way. But feel free to make whatever changes you want. But I think that's going to do it for us today. We've knocked out another episode, only 2 more episodes to go, and then Voyager Season 1 is done. So I just want to thank you guys again for tuning in today's episode. If you did enjoy this content, please hit that like and subscribe button, helping me in supporting the channel. I can't thank you enough for that. If you have any questions or comments or any builds you want to see, drop a comment below. Definitely love hearing from everybody. You can also join the Discord. But anyway, that's going to do it for me today. I just want to thank you all again for tuning in today's episode. I hope everybody has a happy and safe week. And of course, what did you make in Minecraft today? Post your photos in the Discord.